Hey ladies, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm talking about a topic that I feel like I should have brought up before, but I kind of ignored it. I feel like I was a little lied to. So we're going to discuss that, a little bit more drama over on Instagram. I'm doing a beautiful look with a palette actually I've used before, but it is just so gorgeous. So you ready? Let's get this beauty started. All right, ladies, I'm going to do a little getting ready with you. I have the title of the video is I feel like I've been lied to because I do. I kind of feel like a jerk about believing this, but we'll get into that. And I'm going to just show you what I did to my skin before I'm getting ready. I did the Hanicure mask. That's the mask from Korea that I showed you last year that I did. I had used it, I think, in 2018. And I love it. It's like a real treatment. They come 4 in a pack. And when it dries, it makes you look like you're 30 years older. It's so appropriate for my channel, right? So it makes you just look so different. I think I did my intro with it just all cured and then I took it off. But your skin looks really glowy. It's a great thing before a wedding. It's really a wonderful investment because you get 4 out of them in this kit. I'm a little red. I mean, not so much now, but I had it on my neck and I had it on my hands. So I'm going to, or I just actually did, and I'll save us some time. In Beauty Project sent me Green Machine Vitamin C Dark Spot Serum. So I was trying it out. So I put that on. It did feel a little tacky at first. So that was my first time using it. Then I went over with my La Mer Eye Balm Intense. I'm almost done with this. I'm at the little, it's lasted forever. I've had it since last year. Oops. And I just take a little scoop with the In Beauty Project. This is a really beautiful, just cool ball. And it feels so good on. So I use that on both of my eyes. You can see it just really creates like some nice blood flow. And then I did the Extreme Cream. I thought this was for your body, but it says to put over your serum. So I did. Visibly firmer, lifted and smoother skin. So I used the Firming and Lifting Moisturizer over and on my neck. And then we're going to go into just a really pretty soft, just really relaxed look. I'm going to go back to the Chantecaille. I showed this to you. It's the Warm palette. They did a little collaboration with the Amazon, and this is the Save the Sea Turtles. It's beautiful packaging. So this is what the colors look like. I think they look beautiful. It's like peach and bronze a little bit. So I've kind of matched it with my like St. Bart's, my Coconut Row bronzer. We'll see. My like Manifest and Glow. I think it looks really pretty. So we're going to just do that while we get ready. I did do a little eye primer. I'm going to put a little bit more on my eyes to neutralize out my eyes. So getting to the title of my video, I feel like I've been lied to because I was just reading an article about QVC with Martha Stewart. And if you have been following my channel for a while and you caught the Martha Stewart video I did last year about her being on the cover of Sports Illustrated, you know, it was a real celebration for an 82-year-old to be on the cover of Sports Illustrated. I mean, it was amazing. And it definitely takes a lot of stamina. I have to tell you, at 82, being in Puerto Rico and changing to a million different bathing suits and styles and resort wear and what have you, being in the water and the sun, it's exhausting. It's exhausting for any age. And I've mentioned this. A lot of people don't understand that haven't been in the modeling industry and know what it takes, a 12-hour day, 16-hour day. So I did think that was amazing for her. I don't feel like they gave her a 2-hour day. I think that she put in the time like everybody else does. But the whole thing about it is that she's never gone on the record about any kind of treatments, facial treatments, plastic surgery, whatever. Not that she needs to, but it's been up for debate for so much. And I think maybe ever since her thirst traps that she posted in 2020 in the pool in the Hamptons kind of set off the whole like thing about Martha Stewart. So I was really passionate about, standing up and being like, she says that she hasn't done anything. It's been skincare and healthy eating. And maybe I was in La La Land. I don't know. Maybe I just wanted to believe it. One of my girlfriends sent me in February and I kind of ignored it because I was like, oh, okay, great. Felt like a real jerk. But I didn't really read it until today because another thing popped up about Martha Stewart and it's with QVC and it says, Martha Stewart shares advice for a successful career and aging gracefully. Look what I've done. Martha Stewart is part of QVC's Q50, a collective of women celebrating the age of possibility. I think that's great. So I was like, what a great article. But then it says, Martha Stewart says she doesn't, quote, believe in anti-aging, but believes in doing the things that will help you extend your life in a healthy way. Okay. And then she says, this is what really kind of perplexed me. And then I had to go back and look at the article that was sent to me from my girlfriend. It says, quote, I really sort of practice what I preach. So it's like, what does this mean? So she says, Stewart adds of her love of wellness and advocating for living your best life in your twilight years. Okay. So then I went to this article that was sent to me, and it was from E! News, and it says, this is the title: Martha Stewart says she uses Botox and fillers to avoid looking her age. So I was like, wait, we were totally all about skincare. You've been Mario Badescu, you go to the spa and you just do skincare treatments and all these things. And, I think it's hard to say and be definitive on either side. Like, oh, well, she's a public figure. She doesn't have to tell anybody what she does. She doesn't owe anybody anything. Totally true. But again, when you say you only do skincare and you're doing all these other things like Fraxel, she says that she does, Martha detailed the cosmetic treatments she's turned to, including Botox, filler, and Fraxel laser to look youthful, noting everybody is so interested when they see a selfie of me. Yes, we are, because we're like, you only do skincare? I mean, I don't know. What do you think? I mean, do you think I'm completely off on this? Or do you think that, making statements like that, it really misleads a lot of women that are in their 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and are like, wait, the skincare is really not working for me. Like, it's not filling my skin. I mean, of course it's not, because you have to do filler to be able to do that. Or you're not erasing your fine lines or your deep set lines because you're not doing Botox. I mean, it's just being realistic. It's just being transparent and saying, this is what I do. And they're non-invasive, so I don't know why she hasn't said anything. So it says that for the first time, maybe ever, the legendary lifestyle guru candidly revealed the non-invasive cosmetic procedure she's gotten done to maintain her appearance. I'm just still perplexed. Like, why didn't she just say that before? Like, why did it have to be like this big whole thing? I don't know. Maybe it's publicity. Maybe it's part of the whole, I don't know. But anyway, I felt like really lied to, because of course everyone's trying to look their best and eat their best and do wellness and do all these things. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm going down a rabbit hole and I'll just never understand it. Meanwhile, let's go into this beautiful palette. Let's go into this like peachy color. I just think it's so pretty. It'll make me feel so good. So I'm using my flat eyeshadow brush, and I'm just going to do a little wash of color over the top. And yes, you might see a little creasing of this eye primer because it's a cream product. So all you do is you just pat it down a little, and then you go over, your eyeshadow will grab onto it. So it'll be perfect. So I was thinking to myself, I think that I just need to accept the fact that I'm just never going to, I don't know. I've just really been having a little bit of a struggle, because I put up a photo over the weekend on Instagram, and it was, I had a Norma Kamali long sleeve asymmetrical bathing suit that reminded me of this photo shoot I did back in the 90s, but mine, I think, wasn't a long sleeve. And I just love like cut out and just like angles and everything. And, and I posted it, and it was just talking about, how body image is so hard as you age. I mean, so many things have happened. I mean, I, detailed my IVF journey and all the surgeries I did. And then the bathing suit was so low on the hips that I actually saw my endometriosis or my laparoscopy surgery scars. And I thought, oh my gosh, I almost forgot that I had that surgery. Wow. It was such an amazing surgery, because I got out of that debilitating pain literally like in bed since I was so young, and no one knew what was happening and what was going on. And it was just very liberating. And so it was a post about that. That's really what it was about. Well, you can imagine what happened over there. I had this one lady that said, let me see, we're going to go into this last color here. I don't have my little tapered blending brush, so we're going to go in with the short smudge brush. So of course, right away, this one woman that follows me, I think it's always so funny when their followers, this is almost like a little green. It's like a green bronze. How cool, right? With like this peachy color. So she said something like, nothing wrong with covering up when you're old, though. I was like, what? What happened? Wait, did you read the post? Like, cover up. I have it's like a long sleeve, and it's just cut out in the stomach. Like, what's going on? So I was like, okay, well, of course, a million people got in a fight. They like to get into fights in the comments about it. And then everybody gets really crazy and all riled up. I'm like, we missed the point. It's about body acceptance and your story, and you compare yourself to yourself. You're not comparing to anybody else. Another lady over on Facebook be like, you don't represent us. I was like, I'm not trying to represent anybody. I'm just representing myself. And I thought, you know what, Nikol, you're never going to win. You just do you. You just show up. You inspire. You do the best. You speak your truth. You're transparent. I mean, give me a break. I was like, wow. Okay. But you know what I want to say about this? I did a nice little wash of color. I don't think we need any more. Oh, let's do the lightest color at the brow bone. You know what? This brings me to, a lot of accounts are growing because of this hate. People getting, saying really nasty things. People come to the comments to see this. They think it's, entertaining, what have you. For instance, I'm going to tell you about this one creator. She's in Canada. Maybe you've seen her on Instagram or what have you. She's on TikTok too. She has a coffee company and the comments are just, I was like, I just can't look at them. They're just so gross to me. It's so toxic. I feel terrible for her. She interacts and, is very positive and comes back and always has like a nice comment to say to the person that's saying this. But she has gotten national attention on this one podcast because people were writing in and saying, someone said like, they left a comment and said, hate from Australia. The podcaster was like, what does that mean? Like hate from Australia? Like what? And to me, honestly, it makes me so sad. Like it actually makes me emotional, like thinking to myself, this girl's coffee. It has like this little company. So I think with her father and, she's just living her best life. She's wanting to spread love with her coffee. She has like a little coffee truck. I don't know. And I was like, so now people write off from all over the world, like hate from Kentucky, hate from Florida, hate from London. I'm like, this is sick. This is not normal. This is not okay. So then she made a coffee called Hate from Australia and she can't even keep it in stock. So I just thought to myself, I don't know what world I'm living in right now. And then there's this other couple that showed up on my For You page and they're going viral with everything they post. And it was because of all these nasty comments that people were saying about them. Terrible comments. So basically you can grow your account with nasty comments. And I say, if that's how you're going to have to grow your account by that kind of energy and everything, I'm just curling my lashes, my lash curler. I kind of forgot that I'm doing all my little steps. I just think that, ladies, I will always keep my channel positive and just striving I'm never going to be everybody's cup of tea. I get that. Let's go in with our dark chocolate waterproof eyeliner. I'm never going to be, liked by everybody. Can't expect that. I can't try to achieve that or else I will be setting myself up for disappointment. All I can do is be that person that can inspire, that can pave the way, whether it is with whatever I stand for, the gray hair, the body acceptance, the working out, the eating. I've been showing you a lot more of I bought these 2 beautiful cookbooks over on Instagram. I've been showing you. Last night I made this delicious roasted banana bread that is to die for. The house smelled so amazing last night. And I was like, oh, I love this. So I've been trying all kinds of things, made this beautiful soy glazed salmon last night with pomegranates and fresh ginger. I'm really getting into it and I'm pushing myself because I'm buying all kinds of different ingredients. But what I do is I'll do Instacart on Sunday and I just buy what's in the ingredients, plan out the whole week. And then I'll just buy the ingredients. So I don't go to the supermarket and get like overwhelmed, like, oh, I should get this, I should get that. I just buy what we need and then I cook all of it. And it's been working out very well. So I don't waste any food. Everything is allocated for with what I'm doing. A little tip for you ladies, when it gets a little messy, this is my dominant sides over this. This always looks great because I'm right-handed. The left side sometimes gets a little crazy. I take my short smudge brush that I've also named my little eraser brush. And all you do is you can just drag it across and then clean up. So you'll never have to take everything off, start over. And if it's a little bit more than your other side, just add a little bit more. So you can always even them out. But again, it's about just experimenting, adding more eyeliner, buffing it out, smoothing it out, and blending it out and getting a really beautiful look. So I'm going to just take my iPad again and use the other side and just clean up at this little end here just so it's not dragging down. And we're going to do some volume up. This is my mascara that I absolutely love. I spent a lot of time formulating it for you because I wanted it to work with short lashes. I wanted you to feel that you could have beautiful lashes starting at the base and pulling up and really getting that full lash look. And you didn't have to try that hard. So you don't have to feel like, oh my gosh, you know what? Every time I put on mascara, it never looks like I have mascara on. When you use volume up, you're going to see your lashes and you're going to be thrilled. I need to follow my own advice. I need to throw this one out because I feel like it's a little dry and I didn't put my little label, my brother's label, where I put the date when I open it up, and then 3 months later, I will throw it out. This needs to be refreshed. All right, mascara is on, totally makes the look. Mascara is like my best friend. All right, so now let's perfect the skin. I'm going to take my Just Peachy and I'm going to just see this. It's especially when you can see, I could do no redness, but I know this is just temporary redness from the mask. So I'm going to take this underneath my eye area. Just gives me a airbrushed look and no pigmentation. I have to tell you, I have a customer, Pat, that wrote in actually on our Beauty Reinvented private Facebook group. She posted a picture of her using our Extreme Cancel. So this is Just Peachy for my lighter skin. If you have really dark under eyes, like darker, you know, deep grays and blues, and even going into more of like a muddied, you know, dark burgundy-ish, you know, when it gets all kind of just discolored. She used Extreme Cancel, which is our orange. It looks so beautiful. So she posted a picture before and after, and I got permission from her to show it because I thought it was so impactful. Like, you can definitely use something like this. This is one of my most popular for women that really have extreme darkness. And I emailed her actually this morning, thanking her for letting, me know that it's just wonderful seeing my products really work for women that need that coverage, need that lifting. And then she put the concealer over. Just Peachy's on, you can see what a big difference. Like, it is, sometimes I don't even use the concealer, but I will today. I'm going to use my creamy concealer in light, and I'm going to I don't use as much, but I still do use pretty good amount just to kind of work and buff into the skin with my foundation buffing brush. So concealer's on. Now I'm going to take my BB cream in light. I think that this is a really nice, beautiful eyeshadow palette. I don't know if it's limited edition. Let me see. No, I think that it's going to, I don't know. I know it's a collaboration, so it might be. But instead of my Valentino bronzer that I use, the B lighter, I'm going to try the In Beauty. I picked these products out. They offered them to me. So I picked out which ones I thought would be good for us to kind of review and see what it looks like here in my makeup tutorials. So this is Face Glaze Bronze Gel Cream. I wanted something different. I keep showing you the same thing, so let's try this. Adds a warm bronze glow and hydrates skin, infused with vegan squalene, ceramides, and hyaluronic acid. So comes in this little nozzle, which is nice because I'm just going to be adding it into my BB cream, but it is actually pretty dark. My V lighter from Valentino is not that dark at all. So it'll definitely darken up my BB cream. Not too much though, but just a little bit more than usual. That's all right. We need to have a little bit of color in the skin. So I'm just going to work this into my skin. I'm going to just take off the rest of my BB cream on my hands. I had a little bit extra. I didn't need that much today. And now I'm going to just take my Nikita banana that I have here. I'm going to set underneath my eyes. All right, so we've set. Now we're going to go in with a little blush. This is St. Bart's creamy blush. It's going to be in this beautiful kind of petally pink. And then I have my Coconut Row, which is a bronzer. I use this very sparingly, but what's nice is that they're cream and then they can work together. So I'm going to just put the pink up right here on the top of my cheekbone. And then I'm going to take the Coconut Row right underneath. And then I just like mix them together. So I'm going to get that really pretty kind of bronzy look right here. And what's nice is that if you do put on too much, you can still keep blending it in. Just wipe off your finger and then go back. And I like to move it up into the blush like this. So you get a nice contour, but you're not going too low. Now, again, I've said to you before that if you feel like, oh, wow, it's a little too much and I kind of want to bring it down a little bit, just take your foundation buffing brush that you used and just go over. Kind of like mutes it out. And if it makes you feel more comfortable, you can do that. Or you can go back over with your powder if you want to, your Nikita banana. If you don't want to use a cream bronzer, you can go into my Creme Brulee. It's a hybrid, has shea butter in it. It's beautiful, silky, just radiates on the skin. And it's made for mature skin. I made sure that it wasn't going to be like streaky or too much. I wanted you to feel comfortable wearing it. So I'm going to take my Cameo lip liner. This is waterproof. And I'm going to just line my lips like I normally do. And then I'm thinking I pulled out, actually I can. I'm going to show the two to you so you can see the difference here on camera. Lighting, yes, is a little bit different, but it's going to give you some idea. Pretty Smart, lighter pink. Actually, I can a little bit deeper. I do have new photos on the website showing you the colors on my lips. So hopefully it's an easier way for you to see the color. I think we're going to just stay kind of pretty neutral with the Pretty Smart. And then I'm going to just use a little Manifest and Glow. It's my golden, beautiful lip gloss that just tops everything that I wear. I feel like because I have the gold here on this Ferragamo top, I have, these are from J. Crew. They're still actually, I think they're on sale. Maybe they might be on their final last, maybe they're going to be sold out. I got these last year. So they're really great, easy little earrings, like little teardrops. And then I have on Manifest and Glow on top, which changes my, kind of gives me a custom color on my lips. And it goes really nicely with this eyeshadow palette. So this is my look for today. I feel like I've pulled myself together. I really want to know what you think. Oh, I did forget to put on my Fiercely Smooth, which I should have done because I put on all of those layers and I should have just smoothed out my skin with my face primer, but that's all right. You know what? Let's just spray it with the hyaluronic acid spray from Timeless again. Oh, this is different. This is Timeless. And they're all in these like bright bottles. So I was thinking it's the same company. It's not. Timeless HA spray. This is In Beauty Project. Okay. So now I'm ready to go film some beautiful content for my brands that I'm under deadline for. But let me know what you think in the comments below about just the topic of, you know, everybody's just so focused on old and triggering words and telling people that, you know, they don't look good. Or, I mean, I'm just curious where you are with this. I feel sometimes isolated because it's like a one-sided conversation sometimes when I'm talking into the camera, and I don't really know how you feel. And I would love to know how you feel about these topics. And you feel that people should be transparent. I mean, I don't feel that women have to go around telling what they do, but if you're on a platform and you're saying you don't do anything and you just do skincare, but then you finally come out and say, oh, well, guess what? Actually, I've been doing all of these other things. I mean, what's your opinion as a mature woman about this? Trying to keep sane and positive and focused and on my mission and what I'm here to do, which is inspire women despite what is ever said about me, because it's really not important. But I'm just really trying to just be my best self and do as much as I can to help my community of women. That's what I'm doing. So ladies, until my next video, I'll see you later.